on the mic.
Howdy.
So Charlie, I hear you're in the school play and the band and
Yeah.
the orchestra and the chorus and the school play.
Oh,
Start with the school play.
okay. First of all, I'm not in an orchestra or chorus. I'm only in band and the play. But as you said, so the play was called Into the Woods. It's a popular Broadway show, and it was our rendition of it. We got the rights to do it. It was announced at the seventh grade cabaret, I believe.
What's a cabaret?
Ooh, yeah, tell us about that.
It's a list of musical songs, and for us, we did a cabaret of Broadway songs throughout the years. So in the 50s, we did The Sound of Music, and in like the 2000s, we did Wicked, and more so on. But Into the Woods, this was a new one. I have not actually heard of it before, and I got cast as the mysterious man, which is as a supporting role who has quite good lines, to be honest.
So wait, what's your character's name?
That's Mysterious Man is the only thing that he's known as, but technically, canonically in the story, he's the baker's father.
So could you...
Who's the baker?
Hold on, before we even get into that detail of it, I'm curious, can you give us like a very general overview of what the show is about?
That can be summarized in 2 words, I wish. They all go into the woods to find their wish. For example, the main character, the baker, and his wife want to have a child, but they can't, and the witch tells them that they can have a child if they get 4 things. It's like the cape, the cow, the hare, and the slipper. And they go into the woods. And then there's another storyline where Cinderella wants to go to the festival that the king is throwing. So she goes into the woods, and then the Cinderella story plays out.
Like the actual Cinderella story plays out? And you see this happening throughout the show?
Yes.
Or is this, okay,
yes.
Interesting.
And there are many songs that are taken that are like new, even though they're from already made storylines. On the steps of the palace is Cinderella's song, and there are giants in the sky from Jack and the Beanstalk, which might be my favorite song except for Agony.
Sure. Isaac, since you seem new to all this, are you interested in musicals, shows, plays, movies? Like, what is your take on this topic?
I did plays since like 1st to 5th grade.
Really? And you didn't do this one though?
No, I didn't do like any really middle school. Like I'm not in band.
Okay.
I take general music, so not band, chorus, orchestra.
No.
Not in any class.
In general music, that's more like music production?
No, it's like you learn how to play the piano.
Okay,
or
that's
the
very
guitar.
interesting. Yeah, that's cool. So then what's your take on, like, do you enjoy, like, going to these shows? And do you like watching these plays? Because I would think that there's, like, 2 kinds of people in the world. There are people that like this stuff, and there are people that are like, I can't stand it. I personally very much enjoy this kind of stuff. So, Charlie, it seems that you do as well.
Yeah.
Isaac, what are you? Where do you fall?
Like I'll tolerate school plays, like watching it,
Okay.
but then I like to be in them.
Okay, so yeah, so you're also pro musical plays, things like that.
I do remember one time you told me that you were in the Wicked of Oz play in Ward. That was cool.
Yeah, I was watching the Wizard of Oz play. My sister was in it.
Oh yeah. What else? Oh, I knew.
No, I was in one version, like my sister did one this year for her 5th grade one, but like my first one, 1st grade. I was a part of the chorus because like 1st through 3rd grade, they were the chorus, where they sang, and I was an Oompa Loompa.
That's funny. Another thing about just to get this part over with, the set was great. Like our school, Alms, has an actually pretty good stage. Like it has a very big auditorium and with lots of seats and a big stage. And there were these 3 giant trees that we would put on the back. And there would be stairs on the back too that you could walk down from. And I would always come from those stairs. and it was a good role. It was a good show, and I love my role so much because I had, according to the director, the choreographer, the person who started this, I had the best costume. I had the funniest, best costume. It was just a baggy suit that looked like it was just made of rags. And I had a beard that would extend right here, and I had a wig that is almost as tall as my hair.
Safe to say you didn't look like yourself.
No, he looked the exact. Describing this, he looks the same.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's just I have facial hair.
Just facial hair. And then did you get laughs just based off of the outfit?
I don't believe. Yes, at the first there was a little bit of laughing.
Mhm.
This is not a bad thing.
No.
But like, I still thought it was cool that I love my costume so much.
Yeah.
And while we were performing one day, the main character in my storyline named Theo, who was the baker, I was on a scene one time, and then he just couldn't take me seriously after 5 seconds, and he laughed. It was funny.
That's interesting. And so, like, when you are in the show,
Mhm.
do you feed more off of like the crowd energy or like your peers on stage energy? Like, how does that dynamic work? Because so just as reason why I'm asking this question is because I did school plays when I was in high school. I was not in the plays. I did the crew. So I built the set and then I moved the stuff. That counts, Isaac. I know I see your face there.
No.
But that was like
That's
I was
stage
like
crew.
yeah, that was stage crew. I was the technical director in my for the plays for 3 years. I did that job. So I like initially built everything and then also had to map out like where everything was going to go and when and like light cues and sound cues and all that. Like I did all that behind the scenes work, which is probably why I'm behind the scenes here, right?
Mhm.
So I enjoy this kind of work. So I never got that feeling. How is it on stage? If you can describe it. And Isaac, you chime in too because you've done this as well.
It's really fun. I don't remember much, but what I do remember is that one time, like, it was just I had like my last one. I had a really great time because I had one role. Like normally with the stage production that we do with, like, they have different like everybody has a different role every scene. So like everybody gets to try each role.
Mm-hmm.
But like for some reason, I only had 2 roles. It was in the play Annie.
Mm-hmm.
One of my roles was I was like the laundry person.
You were an orphan?
No, I was like the dude who takes the laundry.
Oh, in the beginning when she
Yeah.
like gets out of there?
Yeah, I was
I
that
know what you're
guy for
talking
like
about,
one
yeah.
scene.
Sure.
And then after that, I was just the dog for the rest of the scene.
You
the
were the
whole
dog.
movie.
What was the dog's name in that show?
I forget.
Do you know, Charlie? It's gonna drive me
I
crazy.
barely don't know
Oh
I don't
my
even know
God.
the Annie story.
What?
She's red haired, that's it.
It's a hard knock life.
She's an
Or else.
orphan, that's it.
Tomorrow?
Nope.
Tomorrow.
So in my experiences,
Do you know Mr.
Nope.
Pennyworth?
Mm.
Mr. Pennyworth?
Nope. I've heard his name before. Never. Don't know. Nope.
What's Miss Hattie?
Nope.
Wow.
Mr. Pennyworth.
I think you have some homework. You need to go watch
Teddy-
Annie. There's
Teddy
the
Roosevelt.
original. The
Yeah.
original. You must.
So in my experiences, I want to start off by saying something clicked for me in like 5th grade. I don't know when, but I just lost all stage fright. Like everything. Just
So you
went away.
were frightened.
I mean, at one point,
Nervous, I should say.
At
Maybe
one
not
point, I was like so nervous. So like, how could I even do this?
Yeah.
This was before anything I actually even did shows.
Yeah.
And then one day, this may have been my 5th grade saxophone concert.
Mm-hmm.
Something just went away. I didn't feel scared at all. And then in
Good.
6th grade, I also didn't feel scared at all. And now I'm just happy to do it.
Yeah. It's great.
And another thing about you were saying, how does it make me feel to be? I like doing it.
Yeah.
I like how I can act to a certain degree that I become someone else.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, you like being somebody else or portraying somebody else, I should say.
What's your favorite type of like character?
Mm.
Do you like to
Good question.
act as like funny character, a serious character, a depressed character, a very depressed character, a very silly character.
Okay. Okay, no, I can't say that.
How many-
I like
go ahead.
I like the omni. So I'll explain what it means later. But omnipresent characters are always good. Ones that are always there, but like you don't see, like the mysterious man.
Mhm.
He was always, when he was on stage, he was always watching them and then went on stage. He always knew when they were there, what they were doing. And like another show called Adventure Time, there's a snail on the posters. When there's a poster made on every Adventure Time, like thing, there's snails on there, making it omnipresent, and it just adds so much character to this, showing that there's something different about this certain character than another. Like if you have a main character, that's just protagonist, antagonist. That's not the same as omnipresent, which is always there, but a supporting role. It supports in a different way than others.
Charlie, this sounds like you fully understand story arcs, maps, characters. Like,
You should write your own book.
I mean, like it sounds like you know so much about the literary process just because of plays, or did you know that before, or did this help you understand it?
I don't really know.
Interesting. I wonder, because you're talking about it like you could write your own play. Like it sounds to me and Isaac that you could write something
Write
down.
a book, I'll buy it.
Another thing I'd like to say to my friends, that I'll also talk to,
It's me. I'm your
well,
friend.
from Showbiz Kids,
Oh.
that I can act.
Wait, I did Showbiz Kids in like elementary school.
We're talking about this year, Isaac?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I know when I'm not wanted.
I can act. I can act to my fullest degree, but I can't sing if my life depended on it.
That's fine. You don't need to be the singer. That's cool.
If my voice changed for like, if my voice changed, I most likely could.
Yeah.
I just can't sing.
That's okay.
And in another note, so we like to joke around in Showbiz Kids, and every time at the end of a play, there are little bags for everybody, and then you can put notes or like
Yep.
snacks in there.
Yep.
And then I got one note from my friend who was like, Charlie, you're the most worst annoying friend I've ever met, but you can act. If you ever have food, give it to me. From Ariana.
Love it. Okay. High praise. High praise for sure. That's good.
Theo Lowenstein, please report to the main lobby. Theo Lowenstein, please report to the main lobby.
That's the main character. That's the baker.
Oh my God! I hope you heard that. I hope we hear this on the podcast. Maybe that's
Who?
interesting. She just said.
Theo Lowenstein.
Main character
Yeah,
of the
he
show.
was the baker. He played the baker. He did really good.
Great.
That's
Good.
not the
I'm
main
glad.
character.
So I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
we've
like-
talked a lot about this. Any last minute question before we like end it for today? Isaac, you want to say anything not play related since you were more of the asking questions person today?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Um,
Looking forward to anything? Doing anything?
I umpired 2 games the other day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is a callback to another episode. Isaac is
Yeah.
an umpire. He does umpire things. Did you get yelled at by any parents, any kids?
Well, there was like this one play.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's like in the league I do, it's like coach pitch. So like the coaches pitch the ball,
Right.
but then that means they can't be a hit by pitch
Right.
because
Yep.
they don't want the coaches just throwing the ball
Of course.
at the kid's
Same thing. They
head.
can't walk, right? They're not allowed to
Yeah,
walk
they're not
either.
allowed to walk.
Go ahead.
Mhm.
So basically, this kid got hit in the face,
Ew.
and they wanted him to walk, like
Aw.
take second, and I
Yeah.
was like,
And you said no?
I had to say no.
You're
It was
so
the
mean.
rule.
Oh my
But
goodness.
like, it was the rules.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I mean, face is one thing, and were both coaches being like, no, it's okay, or was it like one wanted him to go and then the other was like, I'm
It was
not
just
sure.
the crowd that wanted him
The
to
crowd. I get it. That's a hard thing to do, but you held your ground.
Go. Yeah.
You didn't give in. You didn't let him go.
He couldn't.
Okay, good. All right, I get it. You're okay. That's
Like
fair.
the most controversial and like
Yeah.
the ones that I hate the most is like when, like, because another rule is the outfielders can't make the plays; they have to throw it in.
Okay.
So like sometimes they make the play. I don't notice it's the outfielders, and then the other, so I could call them out, and
Right.
the other coach is like, "Hey, that's an outfielder," and I was like, "Oh, sorry." Then he's in. He's safe.
Okay.
Mhm.
But like then the crowd's like, "What? you're a horrible friend.
No,
No,
they
just
don't
a
say
lot
that.
of
That's not true.
it.
We know you, Isaac. We know. All right. So, Charlie, any last minute things before we head out?
Alright, I'm gonna try and make this quick.
Please.
First of all, my favorite song was Agony,
Great.
with the two princes. It was really funny. I also like the witches song at the start of the opening number. And my probably one of the saddest parts is that we have to say goodbye to all the 8th graders who are in Showbiz Kids.
Of course.
And then we make a little letter.
Yep.
And everybody was crying.
Of course, it's a you know, it's a
But
big thing.
I bet $5 for my friend that I would not cry.
And
I didn't cry.
okay.
I'm $5
Stronger
richer.
man than me. Good for you.
And I also had to do a goodbye speech, and I really liked my speech.
Goodbye.
I really had to say, yo, Ava. Well, I kept stuttering for some
Oh,
reason.
it's okay. It's different. Listen, acting and speaking in front of a room, people that are like intently listening, is a different thing, right? It's one thing if it's a crowd. It's another if it's like a presentation. It's a different
Yeah.
dynamic. So yeah, I get it.
I got to do during my 5th grade graduation. I was a speaker. I said
Nervous? Are you okay?
I was fine. I
Good,
didn't care.
good.
One of the things I said I was like I'm excited for lockers. I haven't found a use for them since.
Yeah.
I haven't. I only use them for my jacket and that's it.
You always gotta start with a joke. It always helps.
We're ending with the joke.
Right now we are.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good day then.
Why did you say it starts with it?
Bye.
Wait. No.
Bye.